talk about the Baby Audio BA-1 synthesizer and its integration, how I'm integrating it in with Loopy Pro. So this isn't going to be so much a review of the BA-1, which was actually given to me with a promo code. I've got 2 promo codes to give away in this video. So if you would, please comment on the video, put all the rules for the giveaway in the description. And yeah, please participate in that, because I'd like to give away the 2 promo codes. Why? Because this thing sounds great, man. I love it. I've needed a synth to use with Loopy Pro. This thing fits the bill. It's modeled off an old portable synth with a speaker on it, and it was kind of like a very low entry-level synth to begin with, the original. And this thing adds to that and adds to it in a big way. Sounds fantastic. I mean, it's got tones in here that just sound huge, and I love it. So I want to talk about how I'm integrating it and using it with Loopy Pro. I'll go over some of the features of it right now, some of the unique features anyway. It has a number of presets that come with it, and in fact, the latest update just added a ton of presets from Dream Kid, and some of these sound amazing. They make use of the arpeggiator, which I love. Let's see, that's the first one here. Sounds super nice. What's not to love about that, right? So that sounds awesome. Let's go over some of the other features in here. You can adjust oscillator 1, oscillator 2. It has an FM oscillator. You can also adjust the crossfade between the two. Let me find a preset that doesn't have the arpeggiator on. Let's see here. I'm actually kind of liking in the keys here. And I'm going to show you how I hook this up with Loopy Pro to actually make the selections in Loopy Pro, so you don't even have to have the AUV3 open, which is cool. The integration, the AUV3 support in here is fantastic. So that's cool vintage organ sound. So you can adjust the crossfade of the oscillators here. Let me just play a chord or something. Adjust the glissando, adjust the FM. Very nice tones in here. For oscillator 2, you can adjust the step, the pitch. I'm going in octave mode there. Or you can do fine adjustment. Very nice. So it's got a number of effects built into it as well. You got a drive, delay, which you can sync to your DAW or Loopy Pro in this case. Reverb built in, length of the reverb, the amount, and a chorus. Okay, so those are pretty standard features that we're finding in synthesizers these days. One feature I really like about this is the battery. So you can make it seem like you've got battery sag, like you're running on almost dead batteries here. So you can adjust the battery strength and of course the output. It's also got this regen, which always seems to find a usable preset here for where it's just random, but it's always usable. Like sometimes these things come up with presets that don't sound good, and of course you could save these if you find one you like, or adjust from there. So I want to go back to the vintage organ because I like that. So this thing sounds fantastic. By the way, you can change the color if you like. I happen to like that that baby blue color. So let's look at the integration you could do with this with Loopy Pro. So I'm going to close that out. I've got a template I've been messing around with. I'll explain the template and then show you how I've integrated in the BA-1 synthesizer. So first of all, I'm set up to do kind of a jam here. I've got my guitar going through the Zodiac Echo, which is fantastic. I'm going to do a review on that really soon here with another giveaway, by the way. So maybe you might want to subscribe to The Gerge so you get notified when these videos come out. I'm not making that a stipulation of the giveaway, mind you. I'm just saying I've got a bunch of giveaways coming up, and you're going to want to be notified when that happens. Anyway, I love the Zodiac Echo. Sounds great. So I've got Tonex with a clean Fender twin reverb tone on it, and the gist of this video is not the guitar. I want to demonstrate the Baby Audio BA-1. The other thing I'm doing for bass tones here is I'm using the fretless bass. Let me close that up so you can see that. This thing's awesome. You can play it right on screen. It's pressure sensitive on the screen, which is neat. I've actually got it hooked in to the keyboard, and I'll show you how I switch that back and forth. So those are the tones I'm using, and then we'll look at how I've got the Baby Audio set up. For drums, I'm going to be finger drumming. I'm using a one-shot kit for that. Again, that's not the subject of this video, but just so you know what's going on there. All right, so let's look at the integration I've got going here. I'm going to just switch to the canvas editor mode. So right now we're hearing keys, and I've got a set of radio buttons set up here to toggle back and forth for my MIDI controller, whether or not it is playing keys or I'm playing the BA-1. So the way I do that is when the button is selected, the target is the Behringer Swing MIDI port, and then it's going to select BA-1. And for the action, I've got switch, so enable just this destination, disabling all the others. So I've got as a destination for my MIDI controller the BA-1 and the fretless bass, and by using this action, I'm just toggling back and forth between the two. And if I had a third AUV3 loaded and wanted to route this to it, I could add a third button here, but I only need two for this particular template. So the the fretless bass on that button is selected, and it just switches to that, disables the other one. So that's a really handy feature for integration with Loopy Pro. Now, what's going on over here is I've got radio buttons created, and for the item source, you'll notice I don't have these hard-coded. I'm using the item source, and I'm scrolling the presets of the Baby Audio 1 for the item source. So the target of that is the Baby Audio 1, and the list, I've got 9 presets selected. Now they've got all of the presets available to you, and initially they're all selected, which is way too many for radio buttons. I clicked the select none, and then I went and selected a bunch of random ones, and then a couple that I wanted to use on my recording here or for my live looping. So you can just go in here and select which ones you want radio buttons to appear for, and they will magically appear, which is a great feature. I like that they have all the presets loaded here. You can see that they're numbered in the way that is shown in the app. I'll show you that in just a second. And so it makes it easy to select. There are, I don't know how many in here. It feels like thousands or 1,000 anyway. There's a lot here. So a lot of presets to choose from. So that's what's making these radio buttons populating these radio buttons, and then I just have to select one of those. So these other controls I have over here, the dial I have hooked up when the value changes, it adjusts the reverb amount. So I can adjust any parameter of the BA-1, and they're all listed here. All you have to do is select which one you want to adjust, and that control is automatically synced to it. And as you adjust the control, it adjusts it in the AUV3. So the integration is really nice with Loopy Pro here. I've got these slider controls adjusting the output of the BA-1, and then this one over here adjusts the battery so we can adjust it on the screen without going into the app. So that's the integration I have there. Super easy to do. I'll add one just to kind of demonstrate that. So I'll add another slider, plop it over there, maybe try to make it the same size as the other ones. Failing at that miserably. There we go. Nope, almost. Okay, so I'll click on it, go to value change, and then I'm going to go down to audio source, adjust audio unit parameter. Have to select which audio unit, the BA-1, and now I get the list. Let's see here. Let's adjust the FM oscillator. And that's it. We're done. We've got a control linked up. It just works. And actually, I'm going to go back into that, and I'm going to label that FM. There we go. So super simple and useful. This integration's fantastic, and they did a nice job with the BA-1. So anyway, you can see I just wanted to show you the presets. They're numbered like the 07 synth and drones. This is going to be 06 keys and organs. So when you're searching through those presets, you can find them fairly easily, even though there's so many of them. Let me close that up. So great looking display on this. If you want to keep that open. Yeah, I really like this thing, and the tones of it are fantastic, or the presets are fantastic. All right, so I'm going to use the vintage organ, I think. Nice. I'll use that for my jam here. So yeah, let's see how this thing sounds in context. I'm going to start off actually with bass. I'm going to bring the octave down. All right, let's do this. By the way, I'm using my MIDI pedal to start recording, so I'm not tapping on the screen. I've got one button linked, and all it does is start recording the next empty clip. Let me show you that just for completeness here, in case that's something you're interested in. So in my default project profile on CC20 on my pedal, I've got it set up to record the next empty clip. And you know what? I'll even demonstrate how to get that set up. I'll delete that one. So you would click Add New Binding. You would go down here to Record. And then for the target, select that and use the next empty clip as the target. Action, I'm just going to change that to Record. Go back to the binding. Now it's waiting for an event to occur. And I tap that button on my MIDI pedal, Raspberry Pi Pico, CC20 on. It's going to start recording the next empty clip. It's that straightforward. Love it. All right, so we're ready to roll. I'm going to do drums first, and then we'll throw in the bass, which we're all geared up for, and then we'll switch over to the keys and kind of showcase the Baby Audio BA-1. think I nailed it. Put some guitar down. So there it is. I got the Baby Audio 1 vintage organ. I can switch to okay, so that's a little loud. We can just come here and adjust it. A little battery sag in there. Crank up the FM oscillator. So cool. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you were liking some of the sounds I was getting out of the BA-1. This, I'm just scratching the surface of this thing. I hope that the overview I gave you of that is enough to sort of whet your appetite for checking that out. Again, I've got 2 promo codes I'm giving away on this video. Please check the description on how that's happening. Love to get one of these to you. Yeah, so if you would do me a favor, subscribe to The Gerge, like the video, help me out. I'd appreciate it. I hope this helped you out. And yeah, we'll catch you later.